Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my Karelia campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Soviet side. Previously, we made a great attack on the bottom here against the 2nd Battalion of the 19th Brigade. It probably could have been a major victory if I'd pushed a little bit harder, but I'm still relatively happy with how well we did. We left them in absolute tatters, so we can continue to push through there in the next turn potentially. But for now, we just need to find more places to attack across the front line. There's obviously plenty of places to attack up here. I would like to extend this breakthrough with the 1189th Rifle Regiment, but the best place to actually push through would probably be down this road. Now they have actually reinforced with some of their armor now. They're coming in with the Sturmies here, which are the Stug 3s. They've also got some Landswerk, as well as the BT-42s, and of course the absolute spam of T-26s. Now it's interesting in the campaign actually, T-26s, they still cost the same amount to bring in as a standard Stug. So they're not like, was it, a seventh of the price as they are in multiplayer. So it won't actually be spammed, or have them spammed against us that much. Anyway, we'll work our way up from the bottom here, because we've done most of the attacks so far down here. We can definitely attack into this area. I think pushing onto the 1st Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 49 is not a bad idea. Let's use these 3 on the top side to make this attack. Were they reinforced? Don't think so. So this will allow us to push onto the units behind and push them back a little bit further. Now, the annoying thing about each of the units not being reinforced is that it actually makes it very slow for us to break through, because every turn we have to like attack the next unit behind and the next unit behind rather than disorganizing all 3 units at the same time. So in that way, the AI is actually making it much harder for us to break through, like a lot. It's going to make it a lot slower. Of course, where in areas they have less troops to back themselves up, I will just be able to crush through, but in cases like this, the artillery and the other unit that was behind will both still be there after we destroy or disorganize this unit, which is going to make things like, yeah, super awkward. Anyway, let's see, probably just going to be an infantry charge. Let's set up an infantry charge, shall we? We'll go full Soviet style to begin today. I do love watching these infantry charges. And we'll also back it up with a bunch of mortars as well. So let's grab the 120mm mortars. Probably just going to set these up in groups of 3. I have 3 there, 3 here. And then we'll put them all on the same side. That way I can just put 1 supply truck to supply them all. Same deal here. I'm a little bit closer. Brilliant. Okay, let's just launch the battle. I can bring in the snipers afterwards. Off we go. Now that's actually more or less perfect on the attack move order, because all of the flags are in the center, like none of them are on the right or left side. Put these on fire at will now. Great. And we'll bring in, maybe actually some Kanaya is not a bad idea. Yeah, we'll just bring in the Kanaya across the front. Kanaya Redvedka. These will be more useful because they'll remain alive for longer, whilst providing the very good optics. Let's just unload it early. We'll just push up like so. Have that one probably unload into the trees here. I guess one thing that's quite nice about this map actually is that it's pretty easy for us to get our transports up without being like sniped by AT guns. But it is also going to make the bunkers harder to find in the first place. I'm not sure where these are going. It might just be because they don't have targets. I need to make sure they're together so they maintain the supply nearby. But bringing in a few more mortars, these can all be set on fire at will as well. Cool. We're just mortaring the crap out of this left side. There must be like a bunker or something there. Yep, my mortars are even firing over from this side as well. I think we're actually fine to put that on fire at will. Okay, let's just keep speeding things up. I'll bring in some more of these mortars. Having them near the spawn's probably a bad idea. But, oh well. Oh, that was Taka and Puya. Those actually really suck because they are 2 snipers. And as you can see, they do damage twice as quickly because of it, which is pretty rough. Could bring in my own set of snipers here just to kill them off. But I feel like they might actually end up killing all of my snipers. That would be unfortunate. But check out that mortar fire. Blimey, if there was anything there, it's gone now. I can also bring in my Maxims here. Let's do that. Now, all of these Throki just being pinned by like a single like sniper squad. It's kind of rough. Good to know that all of my mortar fire is coming down on top of them though. It might be a good idea to just have my Kanaya just run up here. If we pin down both of those Kivari, and I think the Kanaya can probably surrender them if the front line pushes over. Even so, the Kanaya can do a lot of damage at close range there. I am going to have to be careful of this engagement. We'll pull back for now. I just have those Maxims unload there. I'm going to get a few to come to the right hand side here. I want to try and keep these Kanaya alive if I can. Get the snipers to move forwards. Okay, we'll bring in some Avtos just to push into those trees. And because in this map the flags are quite dense compared to others, we will be able to make a lot of ground quickly. So I am looking for the major victory here, at least. Oh, my Kanaya there. Put them on return fire now. Hopefully don't get killed by my own mortar fire. That would be less than ideal. Okay, well. Jinxed that. Classic. On this left side, we'll just grab a couple of OBs that can engage that MG from a distance. I guess I could probably do the same on the right, actually. Just bring in an OB there. Let's unload these before they get killed off. I might be able to run down the tank in Toyonto, actually. We'll give it a go. Now them coming out of the tower. That's annoying. My sniper can't support them from that position. Pretty awkward. Oh, is that mortar fire coming down onto my Strelki? No. No, it's not. Right. Is that tank and Toyota going to take out both of those squads? Yes. Yes, it is. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we bring down our wrath upon them with a bunch of Strelki DP. Right, let's have all of this just attack move up. Lovely. I might even be able to push a total victory for this. That would be cool. Also, if I don't have to unload these for that tank in Toyota, that would be perfect, because we can kind of just zoom up here. Let's bring in some more supply. All of these mortars. Oh, look at all that mortar fire coming in. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's always great to zoom in on all of those little infantry engagements, but to tell you what, it's really loud in my headset when I do. Let's make sure these Strelki are pushing up. And we're going to need some more Strelki DP here. The mortar batteries on fire at will is so nice. Like, just being able to pin down all of these units just automatically with mortar fire is so great. We have already found the major victory anyway, so that's good. Let's bring over this Maxim, we'll bring over the Strelki, and try and get the OB into line of sight ASAP. These guys do need to continue to fall back. Well, Tank Toyota came up behind us, but they died. How are we getting there? Right, let's just keep pushing, keep pushing. Probably gonna have a couple Strelki. Or maybe we could just have like a bunch of snipers actually, just come across the open and push towards that MG that was there. Get rid of that influence on the left side. Damn. Kivari in the trees. Certainly causing us issues. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Alright, let's bring in the sniper to help us out with that. We couldn't save that Strelki, unfortunately. This one should stay alive. Getting a couple shots across from the snipers, that's good. I'm taking most of the points on this left side. Like, I can probably try and push to that flag on the far left there, but not sure we'll be terribly successful. Oh, that's Strelki dying. That's gonna lose that flag. At least for the time being. Right, my Kanai is still full health on the left, so that's providing us with plenty of recon information. We'll check out all the modifier coming in here now. Beautiful. Alright, taking that flag. We're so close to capturing these two. We just kind of run straight towards them, more or less. We might be able to push a total victory, but saying that, 3 seconds left. No, not going to be the case. Alright, well, I'll take a major victory with only 9 losses as well. There wasn't, of course, any bunkers this time around, so that's obviously makes it a lot easier, but still. Let's see. Alright, that's going to push back those units. Oh, they actually moved down. That is actually really important, because now we can kind of squeeze through with both of these, maybe go straight across to this road, and then come down, cut them off. That would be great. If we could cut off all of these units on the bottom side, I could just kind of run on past them and just move up to the capture points in order to win the campaign. Right, let's see what else needs to be done across the front. We do have another battle we can do here. We've actually got another couple battles. I can attack into this group of units, and I can attack into this group of units. So I'm probably going to hit the 1st Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 7 with these 3 units of rifles regiments. So let's do this attack now. Tactical battle. Jump on in. Again, they weren't reinforced, so the dug-in unit behind will be forced back. But we're still going to have to fight that unit afterwards. Like, in some ways, like, the strategy that the AI is using by not reinforcing is... it can be good. Like, if you're playing on the Finnish side, it might be worth doing that occasionally. But maybe not all the time. Anyway, I guess this is time for another Strelky push. Now, we could be more aggressive, though. Let's just speed it up a little bit. Because there's no bunkers, really, to get in our way. Which means we're probably not going to bump into that many AT guns and stuff. We'll have to be careful about, of course, AT rifles are going to have a lot of those. We'll just unload them like so. But yeah, I can definitely like push up the hill here and just unload across like that. Rather than having to kind of hold back, we can just push more aggressively. Right, we're going to have all of those climb up the hill. Then I'm going to have a bunch of avtos go for the unload into the trees here. And we'll bring in the mortars again. Okay, so we'll have like a group of 3 of them here. And a group of 3 here. With a couple of supply trucks. Launch the battle. Set these on to fire at will. Cool. Speed things up. So this basically speed things up because we're not running from the spawn. We're actually able to push a little bit further up, but we can't push too far up. Otherwise we will lose transports to even just machine gun fire. Okay, so we'll have all of those units move up on the right, and then I'll bring in some fresh units to push through this area. Right, I'm also going to try and bring in some OBs here to help us push across the open. One thing I could do actually is have an avto just run that down. But we'll spread out like so there for now and push up onto that flag. Okay, the infantry squad there was probably demolished by that mortar fire. I can, of course, bring in some more mortars. We have plenty at our disposal. I should be able to kill this Maxim quite easily. And yeah, the train of Strelki on the right should take ground there. Lovely. Close range engagements from the Avtos versus the MGs. This Maxim's actually surviving quite well. Let's run across the open here with these Avtos. We have opened up a huge salient on the left side. This mortar fire is going to be fantastic, actually. Same here. Mortar fire is great. Let's bring in even more mortars, that is. So, let's see. There we go. Bring in a few here. And I'll have another supply truck for all of those. Alright, let's just run up as far as we can get before they bring in more troops. Here we just want to run up the hill there. With the OBs actually supporting this, we're going to break down these units of infantry way quicker. So that's good. And the fire position from the mortars coming in very, very handy right now. I guess I could get like a bunch of Maxims on top of this hill. We'll give that a go. Oh, bumped into the machine gun at close range. Right, let's just run down that tank in Toyota. Should be able to surrender them. Unless there's another unit nearby. But we'll just have to pin them down as well. Right, I'm probably going to have to unload these early. That one got blown up by a charge from the Pioneery. I'm going to close the distance there. They will do a little bit of damage, but I think we should be able to kill them. Maybe. Ah, those submachine guns they have, they're brutal. Yeah, they're gonna kill both those Avtos. Unless the Stark, you can save the day. Oh, just. Alright, let's just push up onto that leader squad, kill them off. We're gonna wanna spread out the Strelki here. Good. We have lots of points, so we can bring up some reinforcements. I'm just going to unload these, put them on fire at will. Okay. So now get some Strelki to just push across the centre and on the right hand side. Now we get some all over the place. There we go. That will sort us out. Infantry for days. Fresh Soviet tactics. Just got all of these men moving across the open. With the Maxim team in there as well. Carrying their machine gun forwards. Off we go, under the baking sun. Right, those should get overwhelmed. Well, now they're running, they'll just get killed off very quickly indeed. Like, as soon as you start moving, even in heavy cover, it takes so much more damage. But at least the right side there is proved fruitful. And we'll just take the 2 flags in the town, and that might even be a total victory. Alright, we pushed them off that point. Gonna try not lose anything unnecessarily. So for example here we can unload to avoid the cavalry from killing anything with the machine guns. Same here. I really want to just get on top of this flag, so I think I'm just gonna let all of these run on top of it. I want the total victory. Almost. Almost there. 3 seconds. Can we hold it? Yep, I think we got it. Total victory. Nice. I'm not sure if that's actually going to destroy them. But we'll see. We did do a lot of damage, so maybe it will. Yep. Got him. Okay. Well, with that done, we definitely need to move up some stuff that can potentially be used to reinforce. Move up these units on the top side here. Good. Right, now we'll make another attack here. So we'll use probably the 203rd, the 98th and the 22nd to attack one of these units. Maybe the disorganized unit. Because then if we break through, it will destroy that unit as well. Then again, it could be worth actually attacking the artillery, but we wouldn't be able to bring in as many in phase A if we did that. I wonder if we should attack the 3rd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 7. Like, attacking those would mean that I think this unit would reinforce in B. Okay, never mind. Wouldn't matter. Let's attack the disorganized unit. And then if they're forced to reinforce, then we can just smash them with all of these units. We do have some T-34s, and we have plenty of 120 more mortars as well. Okay, they didn't actually choose to reinforce, so... Well, we broke through quite easily. That has isolated the Pioneer Battalion 33. Those are actually relatively scary to fight. Especially if it was like a forested map, but we'll just push those up and through. Great. Alright, we do have the ability to encircle them. So I might just move up this unit to do so. There we go. And then I'll have them come back behind. Actually, it probably doesn't matter if they're there. Just move them off the road so that this unit could definitely not attack them. Alright, so that's all of this side done. Let's continue to move up and have a look and see where else we can attack. We could attack here somewhere. I could maybe hit the 2nd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 5 before they dig in. I mean, we could also attack the 1st Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 53. I think I'm going to do that first. Let's do that. We'll just plow straight into the corner of these units with the 260th Rifle Regiment, the 951st, and the 110th Rifle Corps. This does give me access to the ISU 152s. And they can reinforce with the Pioneer Battalion in Phase A if they choose to. So let's see if they do. I don't think they did. Okay, so this is going to allow us to squeeze them back a little bit further. And then I can choose what I want to do with the units with reaction points on the left-hand side of this. We'll manual deploy. We don't get the ISU 152s till Phase B, so probably just going to have to play this similar to before. They really don't have that many troops, so we can kind of brute force this. So we'll just grab our Strelki in as before. Have a mix of Strelki DP and normal Strelki hanging about. And I'll have a few of the 120mm mortars as well. Put them smack bang in the middle to begin with. Okay, we'll just have them move up like so. Watch the battle. Get these to fire at will. And then I'll kind of spread out these orders a little bit. I feel like we're going to have to unload them earlier than I thought. Okay, that's fine. These are going to have to unload sooner as well. And definitely on this right side. The reason I have them unload in a line like that is just to make it better for when I give like a grouped attack move order. They like spread out a bit more automatically. Okay, there we go. Unload these. Okay, let's just unload them there. It's fine. Have them attack move forwards like so. Same deal here. Need to get as many machine guns on target as possible. I'm going to bring in a couple Maxims here. A couple mortars as well. A couple of the 50mm mortars. Let's push on to that town. Again, there's not as many units as there were before. So we can brute force, although there is a couple of these 105s, which if they attack us directly, might actually hurt quite a bit. It might actually be mostly artillery that we have to deal with here. We can bring in more of our own 120mm mortars as we go. I think I might have most of these actually just push across the open. I'm going to bring in a few OBs for this hill. And for the right hand side we'll bring in Avtos. Good, that will help us with the 105s if they get too close. We've already made a lot of ground on the left. We've got their recon in there as well. Let's just make sure all of this continues to push forwards. Get some more Avtos here. I'm going to get some Strelki DP as well, just because we will need to engage the units in the buildings. But yeah, those OBs being on the hill will be a huge help. We'll have a couple of these Strelki going to push down towards this flag to reveal any infantry there. And these OBs are simply there to just provide cover as we do. Oh, that Pioneery coming forwards. It does look like it managed to get one of its satchels off, but got absolutely wrecked in the process. I'm going to send one of these Avtos to go kill that sniper squad if it doesn't die already. Okay, yeah, I just ran forwards and died. Never mind. Alright, we'll at least have them continue to push through there. Cool. Let's make sure we continue to push up on this side to take those extra flags, because I'm definitely pushing for a total victory here to destroy them, so have the OBs push forwards as well. Unload all of these. Great. Got close range engagement there with the Starki. They are in heavy cover, we are not, so my Starki might die. These are also being direct fired by the 105s. If we move into phase B, we do get the ISU 152s, but I don't think we're even going to have time to get there, really. Yeah, those OBs are gone. Or the Starki, sorry, are gone. One of them, at least. I think the other one fell back, yeah. The other one managed to get away. Also, my 120 mils are already on the case. That's nice. And we're already up to a total victory. Okay, great. Yeah, there really wasn't that many units left, was there? They've only got one flag left. There we go. Gonna speed things up massively. 24-0. Job's a good one. Nice. Good total victory there. That unit should be destroyed. They're very weak as it is. And that should push all of those back. Okay, great. So now what we can do is we can actually attack the light artillery battalion here, probably. I think that's a good idea. Unless we want to attack the unit that's digging in, but that would be less than ideal. I think if we attack these and they don't get reinforced, that would be like a perfect opportunity to break through. Because it would create like a nice wedge through the units on the left and right. So I think we're going to do it. This could be risky. I'm actually going to bring in some aircraft. We'll bring in the 462nd and 402nd. Actually, can I bring in aircraft? I don't think I can. No, I can't because of the AA. Like, I know that they've been only reinforcing with... Well, they haven't been reinforcing their units. So, if that were the case, this would be fine. But if they do reinforce, it actually makes that battle incredibly difficult. So I'm not convinced we want to fight that right now. Let's maybe push on to the light AA here. They might reinforce in phase A with the Jaeger battalion, but we do have the 1st mobile group. I don't know if I want to waste the 1st mobile group attacking there, though. Like, it might be worth just saving them and then pushing through this road. Because if we can get the road under our control, we can zoom down here, zoom up here. Although we're probably just going to want to go straight up, like we're through here, for example. And we are creating a little bit of a gap toward the 5th Army Corps HQ. Let's see. We can bring in the 108th Rifle Corps. We'll bring that in phase B. And I'm going to use the 2 rifle regiments furthest back. The reason being is because if we push this out of the way, then these can extend forwards towards the 5th Army Corps HQ. For tactical battle, they might not reinforce. Okay, they didn't, so that's fine. Cool. I'm actually just going to move them away from the front. And we'll leave those as they are. So yeah, we can squeeze up through here. It didn't actually make as much of a gap as I thought it would. That's unfortunate. But we can definitely get on top of the super heavy artillery here with the 400th and 526th. Do I want to throw infantry up into this gap? It's so risky. And these units, if they attacked us, that could be ugly. I'm gonna move these ones at the back to kind of hug the 5th Army Corps. Do I have another one back here that can move forwards? Maybe I just move this one up. Then maybe we can push into that gap. Let's just do it. If we come under attack, so be it. At least we're kind of trying to make a bit of a salient there. We could always just attack one of these Jaeger battalions with the 386th Rifle Regiment. That could be an idea, actually. But if they reinforce, that would be terrible. So maybe not. Well, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll figure out the rest of the attacks we want to make here. But we are creating that salient, which is good. And we'll try and break down some of the units on the left side here with the first mobile group in the next episode. Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.